Are you familiar with the phrase, "A picture is worth 1,000 words"? This is what creating network diagrams will assist you with in managing and tracking your project activities. A network diagram is defined as a picture view of your project schedule, and it's designed to help you view your project activities at a high level and/or break down project activities to level of tasks. Project Management Body of Knowledge, or PMBOK, states that network diagrams help you identify your project dependencies, which means to identify the sequence of your project activities in your work breakdown structure. PMBOK also states that a project schedule network diagram is one of your project artifacts, which is the term used for an input for developing your project schedule. For example, a project manager took on a volunteer assignment for a church building renovation project. Although unfamiliar with the construction industry, the project manager worked closely with her subject matter experts, or SMEs, and created a project schedule network diagram. Note, prior to joining the project, the church leaders estimated the project would take 6 months to complete. Her SMEs provided her with a list of remediation tasks, including replacing the roof, asbestos removal, creating plumbing drawings, electrical drawings, telephone pole subproject, etc. The project manager and SMEs strategically plotted the dependencies and the sequence of the project activities. The project schedule network diagram allowed SMEs and non-technical resources to view tasks needed to be completed on the project, and a realistic project schedule was constructed. The project was completed in 3 years, right on schedule. Generally speaking, project schedule network diagrams are commonly used by project managers for sequencing project activities, which means strategically plotting the project activities for project dependencies and computing the order of project activities. In other words, a project manager could expect a network diagram to help with strategically plotting project activities for dependencies and determining the earliest dates and latest dates to start project tasks or work breakdown structures. The network diagram allows you to illustrate the tasks for the predecessors and successors. Ease of tracking the progression of your project is another common use for project schedule network diagrams. Some individuals use a color scheme to demonstrate the project status. For example, you may want to use the following color scheme. Green equals when tasks are in progress and on time. Yellow equals when tasks are in progress and late. Red equals when tasks are either starting late or delayed. Blue equals when the project is completed. Though sequencing the work breakdown structure and project tracking are the most common uses for network diagrams, let's take a look at a few additional benefits for using network diagrams for project task breakdown and tracking. Critical path. This provides a picture of the earliest possible time you can deliver your project and/or the longest path of your work breakdown structure to complete your project. Shortening project timeline. The Picture View project schedule will allow you to better identify opportunities to schedule tasks from your work breakdown structure in parallel, meaning to complete work simultaneously. Elimination of rework. A graphical schedule helps to create a logical order for task breakdown. Gap identification. After you develop your project schedule, creating a picture view helps with identifying gaps in your task breakdown structure. Example 1. Here's an example of a gap analysis. A project manager joined an automated record-keeping software project that was already underway, and while reading the business requirement document, he created a network diagram to plot the scope. As a result of creating the project activities network schedule, the project manager discovered the requirements failed to address how the software would support forfeited contributions. Example 2. Here is an example of how using network diagram could eliminate rework. A large professional conference hall construction project was managed by an inexperienced project manager who decided he did not need to create a project schedule network diagram. At the end of the project, they installed the sound system and their only option was to run all of the cords across the front of the conference center, in the podium area. Although it was a nightmare stepping over all those cords and the wires decreased the beauty of the conference room, the leadership decided the cost of the rework to run the cords under the floor was enormous, and they couldn't afford to make the change. This could have been avoided by using a network diagram. You can construct your network diagrams by using a whiteboard, which is a manual process, or by using an automated process like project management software. Some software will create your network diagrams while you are creating your work breakdown structure or project activities. The objective of using project management software is to save time and increase accuracy. However, you need to be aware that a few project management softwares on the market don't do a good job at creating network diagrams. Let's review what we've learned. A project artifact, known as a network diagram, is a picture view of your project schedule, and it's designed to help you view your project activities at a high level and/or break down project activities to level of tasks. It can help increase the accuracy of a project schedule. Project managers use these diagrams for sequencing project activities, which means strategically plotting the project activities for project dependencies and computing the order of project activities. Usually, network diagrams are used for breaking down tasks and tracking the progression of projects. First, creating a picture view of your tasks will help with identifying the tasks, and secondly, creating a color scheme will provide you and your teams with a visual of the project status. However, there are additional interrelated benefits regarding constructing project schedule network diagrams, which are picture view of the critical path, shortening your project timeline, identifying gaps, eliminating rework. If you want to deliver your project successfully, you can't afford not to construct a project schedule network diagram.